Good morning. Welcome to Reiki Wednesday. I'm Jamie Lee with Animal Bonds. Thank you for joining me this morning. And as always, feel free to type any comments down below if you have questions, even if it's not something we're talking about today. If you'd like to have something I would talk about next week, feel free to put that down in the comments. Feel free to share this video. And if you would like more information how you can bring Reiki into your life, feel free to visit my Facebook page, Jamie Lee-Animal Bonds, or my website, www.animal-bonds. So I have been asked many times, why do we need animal Reiki? What is it really good for? And is it really necessary? Well, I answer with a quote, and the quote is, "Perhaps the greatest gift an animal has to offer is a permanent reminder of who we really are." So yes, animal Reiki is really necessary, and probably now more than ever, because it's more than healing. And yes, it promotes healing for animals and people. The physical healing, yes, it promotes emotional healing. Yes, it can assist when you bring an animal into a new situation, or when there's been abuse or trauma, or if you're in a hospice situation and it's the transition time. Yes, absolutely. Reiki can facilitate healing in all of those situations. But there's more to it than that. Animal Reiki helps us remember things that we have forgotten. It helps us remember that we are just part of the many, many forms of life on this planet. It helps us remember that the animals have a wisdom that they want to share with us, and that they are our brothers and sisters walking on this planet. It helps us remember that we are all connected. There is no separateness. That's just the mind and the ego that has created that. Whoever I am connected to you, to connected to the animals, to connected to the plant, there's no difference. And what I do to any one of those things, I do to myself. Animal Reiki helps us remember that. You know, and we forgot some of that stuff. We forgot. And we made chasing money and materialism more important. That's what we began to worship. That became our God. And our families and friends could be replaced. And so we forgot some of the very basic things that we used to always know. We forgot. And the I became more important than we. So animal Reiki helps us change that. And animal Reiki is a system of Reiki that utilizes the wisdom of the animals to help get us back to where we really came from, that inner light that's inside every living thing that's inside you, that's inside me. All of us have this inner light. And when we are guided by this light, our life is one of peace. It's one of love. It becomes joy. It becomes compassion. It's healing. It's health. And that's what the inner light can do for us. It is our essence of life. And we are not the only beings on this planet that share that light. Every living thing shares this light. We have become somewhat disconnected as people. And that's why animal Reiki is so important. It brings back the kindness. It brings back the compassion. It reminds us who we really are and what we came here to do. So, you know, the system of Reiki consists of different elements. And as a Reiki practitioner, whether that's for people or for animals, we practice the elements. The Reiki precepts, which are basically a spiritual guideline on how you want to live your life. Because that is the true essence of Reiki. It's not doing Reiki. I don't do Reiki to people and to animals. My job is to become Reiki. And I do that every day, not just when I'm in a session. I do it every day by following the Reiki precepts. So, and that can be difficult, but it is a spiritual guideline to life that will bring me closer to my inner light, my true source. Now, the Reiki system also consists of meditations that need to be practiced. It's breathing exercises, there's symbols, there's reiju, which is blessings. So it's basically a very spiritual guideline to life, a way to live your life that brings about peace and compassion and love and healing and joy. And by doing that, by working on myself, because we really are all interconnected, whenever I come in contact with someone and they can feel the peace, the joy, the compassion. And we all know that's true. We've all had people that we're really attracted to be around and we don't really know why, but we just feel good around them. And they have that energy that we want to be around. And so we connect with it. And on the opposite end of that, there's those people that, you know, we don't know why. They haven't really done anything to us, but they just, something about them irritates us and we don't want to be around them. And that is all the energy. And the system of Reiki helps us learn about that. And it brings us just more peace when we practice the system of Reiki and make it our intent to bring joy, love, and compassion back into our life. Not only will it come into our life, it will come back into everyone around us, whether that's people, whether that's animals, whether it's the planet in general. So yeah, we need animal Reiki now more than ever. And we need the wisdom of the animals to help guide us back to our true source, because they never forgot. We're the ones that have forgotten, but they can help us get back there. So I want to leave you with a quote, and I think it was a Buddhist priest, but I'm not really sure who said this, but I loved it. And it says, "A compassionate person is the most powerful healer, not only of their own disease and other problems, but of those of others. A person with loving kindness and compassion heals others simply by existing." So on that note, I think we are all healers. Those of us who choose love and compassion and kindness are the true healers of this planet. So today, go forth in love, compassion, and joy, and heal yourself and every living thing you come into contact with. Again, I'm Jamie Lee with Animal Bonds. Thank you for joining me this morning. Robbie, Chris, Michelle, Jerry, I appreciate you being here. And next week, I will be back for Reiki Wednesday. If you have any questions, again, just type them down below. I'll try to answer them next week. And feel free to visit my website to find out more how you can bring Reiki into your life, Animal-Bonds. And I will speak to you next week. But until then, have a compassionate and joyful week. Namaste.